Good morning, tubers. Madam Roy back once again, back to you with my new fedora. Thank you, Paul Kane and a few others for pointing out the name of this very fancy hat. Hope everybody's doing well today. Going to give you guys a quick update on Dad. He seems to be doing really well. I called about an hour ago, which would have been about 10:30-ish. And he was with the physical therapist. They had him up and walking. Now, here's my dilemma. He still may be getting out this afternoon, but there's a good chance that he'll be in the hospital until tomorrow. I have to pick up my buddy Jeff and take him to a couple appointments. So if he gets out today, I won't be able to actually film him in the hospital. Now, if he stays in until tomorrow, then I'll try to go tomorrow morning, film him a little bit in the room, and let you guys see how he's doing. But either way, you guys are definitely going to get an update. He's doing really well, guys. I want to thank you once again for all of your prayers. It's amazing to me how well my dad does with surgeries. For his age and for some of his struggles, he recovers extremely quickly. I fully expect him to be going up those stairs within the next couple of days, and so do the doctors and his physical therapist. I'm not sure about the in-home care. We just need to see how well he does once he actually gets back into the house. If he can get up the stairs pretty easily without a lot of assistance, then we probably won't do the in-home care. If he does need it, maybe just for a week or so until his muscles strengthen up, because what has to happen is the bones have to mend around those rods and screws. And once that happens, he should be almost as good as new. Now, we still have to be careful for the next year not to bend or twist, especially twist, because that can actually pull a screw out of place and could even break a rod if he did it too abruptly. So gonna have to watch him carefully, remind him that there are certain things that he cannot do for the next year. We're ordering some tools to help him out with certain things. I'm not going to mention them exactly because one of them is kind of on the gross side, but you guys can use your imagination. But other than that, everything is looking good. I'm going to go and pause the vlog for a minute. I got a few things I have to do before I pick up my buddy Jeff. Going to take him to a couple of doctor's appointments, and it's going to be another busy day. I tell you guys, I got to bed around midnight last night, and I didn't get much more sleep past 5. So I got 5 solid hours of sleep, and the cat started bugging me, and once that happened, I just really couldn't get back to sleep. So I'm probably going to be a little bit tired today, probably going to try to get to bed early tonight, because you got to remember, I was up for about, Mom and I are both up for about 21 hours over the last day, so we're pretty tired. Let me go ahead and pause this vlog, see what the rest of the day brings. Talk to you guys on the flip side. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mr. Baxter? You looking outside? Did you see any squirrels this morning? Huh? Did you see the squirrelies this morning? He's been a little upset since Dad's been gone. He could tell something was off. He's like, where is Dad? I'm not getting my nightly attention. You could tell by how affectionate he is to me right now. This time of day, he's usually fast asleep upstairs, but Mom decided to vacuum upstairs. You are a funny cat, Baxter. Plus, he still likes to look at the squirrels. If it was a little warmer, I'd open the windows and he'd be able to use that big honking nose to get all those smells that he can't normally smell. Good boy, Baxter. Don't eat that. I have to be careful. Though this plant is not really poisonous to them, it still can give them a sour stomach, so I got to make sure they don't eat that. And so far, they haven't. Knock on wood. All right, Baxter, I'll let you look outside, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, tubers. It's about noon now, and I just left the CHKD here at Poplar Hill. And unfortunately, even though it's sale day, there wasn't really anything worth picking up. Over the last month or so, they've had a new person doing the electronics, and he is just marking stuff way too high. They had an Envision 19-inch LCD monitor in there, and then they had a HP 18-inch LCD monitor, widescreen, but nothing super special. and they were asking $24.98, basically $25 a pop for them. So I passed on that. That's just way too much money. They even had a nice GE alarm clock. It was in box, new in box, but it was, again, nothing special, just AM, FM, your basic alarm clock. They had that marked $7. I see those all day long, $2, $3 a pop. So unfortunately, until this person gets more realistic with their prices, I'm probably not going to be shopping at this particular CHKD for a while. And you'll find that because there's so many of these stores, they shuffle the employees around, especially the managers. And you can tell when a new manager comes in because they try to increase profits by dramatically increasing the prices. But what winds up happening is if you increase the prices like too much, the profits start going way down. And that happens every time. I've seen that happen 3 separate times at this particular thrift store. Luckily, after about 2 or 3 months, when the profit and loss statement comes in, the managers get wise to it and they start lowering the prices. But I don't know, it seems like a vicious circle, and it seems to only happen at the CHKD thrift stores. The Goodwills, they're always high priced. I mean, the only time I ever buy anything from there is on the 50% off days. Like, yeah, if you've ever been to a Goodwill, they have a 50% off color for the week. So it might be orange, yellow, or blue, or purple, whatever products are marked with that particular color on their price tag, they're 50% off. And the way they do that is that's usually the products that have been out the longest, and that's pretty much the only time I'll ever buy anything from the Goodwill. But we have a few more thrift stores to check out. I got to pick up my buddy Jeff in a little bit. I just had to get out of the house. I was just going stir crazy after all the stress yesterday. I figured I'll take a day to myself, help out my buddy Jeff, and just maybe do some thrift store shopping. We'll see what the rest of the day brings, and I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. All right, everybody. Heading over to my buddy Jeff's finally. It's about that time. I'm going to help him get ready. And it was funny. Lately, the last week or so, I've been watching reruns of House MD, if you guys remember that show. And it's funny because I was watching a real doctor react to a lot of the medical decisions that they were making, and the funny thing the real doctor said was a lot of the medical diagnoses they were doing on House were the correct diagnoses, but it wasn't where you would go first. Like, they were jumping the gun a little bit. Like, there was this one lady that presented with, I think it was symptoms of fever, rapid heartbeat, and sweating. And instead of looking at the heart, they went to a neurological problem in the brain because, of course, Foreman was the neurologist. And it wound up being the right diagnosis, but a real doctor wouldn't do that. If you had symptoms like that, they'd immediately look at there being a problem with the heart. So it was just really funny. And then, of course, there are those episodes that has to be really, really convoluted, like what acts like cancer but isn't cancer, kind of thing like that. And it always comes back to some really weird, either really weird, very, very rare form of cancer or an autoimmune disease, usually. It's like they got a consultation in the first season from a bunch of docters that taught them some real fancy terms and how to do like a preliminary diagnosis, but they didn't really go too much further than that. Still one of my favorite shows to watch at night. I mean, the later episodes and the later seasons, yeah, House started getting really, really nasty, and that's when I kind of tuned out after like the 6th season. But if you ever get a chance to, House MD, watch seasons like 1 through 4, 1 through 5. It's really a good watch. While I'm still heading over there, it's probably going to take me another 5 or 10 minutes. I've been bad lately, and actually, I haven't gained any weight. To give you guys a fitness update, I've actually lost. I'm down to 222 pounds. And I've noticed that my body is still going into starvation mode. So I've added a few junkier foods. Like, say I got this little package of M&Ms here that I munch on. But I don't eat the whole thing. I've actually had this in the car now for a week. And I just have maybe a handful a day. Now, to give you a rough idea, this little pack of M&Ms, if I was to eat the whole thing, is 420 calories, but it's only 140 calories per serving. and that's for a third of this. And I don't even eat a third of this a day, so I figure this probably adds about 100 calories. And you guys can do this too. If you have that craving, you know, midday for something sweet, eat a little bit of something like this, some M&Ms, maybe some Reese's Pieces, and that'll kind of tide you over until your next meal. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pause the vlog for now. We'll see what the rest day brings, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. All right, everybody. Just dropped my buddy Jeff off at his appointment, and I'm going to head over to MacArthur Center because we got a lot of time to kill. Maybe get a little bite to eat and get some more walking done. So I'm going to go and head over there. We'll see what the rest day brings, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, so as long as I've lived here, actually I'm going to turn around a little bit. But we found it finally. Man, the wind is so fierce today. It's unbelievable. Not that it isn't usually windy in this area, it is, but it's extra bad today. They said we could have gusts up to 40 miles an hour. Whew! Just hope I remember how to get back. Well, I can plug it back into the GPS. Luckily, I am very good with directions. They're going to let us cross. Thank you. For the most part, they're very nice in this area. All right, everybody, I am freezing cold. I can't wait to get into the mall, get some heat, and then have my dinner. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Oh my gosh, guys, I just got in and I am absolutely freezing. It was about a mile walk, a lot longer than I expected. So, whew, I tell you, I definitely got to get some food in me because I've hardly eaten a thing today. I love the elevator music they play in here, typical of most malls. All right, let me go get some food, and hopefully then I can think more clearly when I warm up. Talk to you guys in a bit. Main elevator ride to the 3rd floor. Woo! Nobody ever gets this this angle. Riding very nice today, I must say. Very smooth, especially for a Schindler. You guys know what I think of Schindlers, right? Here we are at the 3rd floor. Right behind us is Johnny Rockets, burgers and shakes. Haven't been there in quite a long time, but that's not what we're doing today. Today, we're going to Charlie's Philly Steaks. I'm gonna have myself a Charlie's chicken cheesesteak, something I've been craving for a very, very long time. All right, everybody, so here's my dinner. Charlie's chicken Philly. You can see the delicious provolone cheese melted on top. Got onions, peppers, lettuce, tomato, and I got the works. And also got a small order of French fries here. So once again, this is going to be a cheat day, but that's all right. You got to treat yourselves once in a while. So let's go ahead and bite into this. Let you guys know what I think. I'm going to try a French fry first. These are fresh cut and cooked to order. Let's go ahead and dip it in. A little bit of ketchup. Absolutely delicious. All right, everybody. So I'm having to make do with what I have. Go ahead and take a bite of this delicious chicken Philly. I'm going to do it without the ketchup. You guys can see the cheese just breaking off right there. Maybe put a tiny bit of ketchup on there. Oh, losing my tomato. Let's give it a try. Don't forget the tomato. The freshness of this is not like anything I've ever had. The bread flakes apart. So easy to eat. Chicken is cooked to order. Lettuce, tomato, the mushrooms, everything is so fresh. Take a close look at that. Excellent. So if you guys have a Charlie's Philly cheesesteaks near you, definitely check them out. I'm going to go ahead and pause this vlog, eat my lunch, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings. Talk to you guys in just a little bit. All right, everybody, heading down to the first floor. I'm just about to finish walking the entire mall. Then I'm going to go and hit up a couple of the thrift stores around here to see if we can find anything. And hopefully it'll be time to pick up Jeff. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. All right, everybody, it has not gotten any better. If anything, it's gotten colder. At least the wind's died down for the moment. We're just passing the famous Brest pawn shop over here, which looks like they might be about to go out of business. I see a for sale sign on it. But I'm going to go ahead and pause the vlog because I hear the wind coming back up. I'm going to go over to the CHKD real quick, and then I have to go pick up my buddy Jeff. And on the way back home, we're going to go and hopefully look in on Dad. Unfortunately, he is not getting out of the hospital today. There's one reason I don't want to get into, because again, it's kind of gross, but he's doing just fine. They need to keep him in one more night for observation, and hopefully he'll be home tomorrow morning. So let me pause this, and I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. All right, everybody, just got back from the CHKD. It was about a 3/4 mile walk, so I'm doing really good with my steps. Thought I'd show you a few things that I picked up there. First thing here is a Gateway. I believe it's an LCD monitor, about a 20-inch. You can see it's the glossy one. Maybe a little scratch there. Now, that's just paint. Actually, you know what that is? That's the glare from the flash. Ports on this. You got a VGA port, DVI port right there, and basic power port. And this does have built-in speakers, which is always a nice touch. That way I won't have to pair this up with speakers later on. See if we can get a model or anything here. This is model HX2000, manufactured April 25th, 2009. So that's good. This should be after the capacitor plague fiasco. And the one other thing I got was a new NOAA weather radio. This is a 7-channel Radio Shack NOAA weather radio. You can see right there you got your power and your volume switch right there. Oh, looks like it has some power left. Somebody must have left the battery in it. Test button. That's an alert. If that light's on, that means you'll get an alert if there's inclement weather. And if you just want to know the weather forecast, you'd push that. Now, I think the battery is depleted too much to give a report, but hey, for $4 with the 25% off Customer Appreciation Day, wound up getting this for about $3.25. Got that one for about $8. So after tax, everything was about $11. Let me see if I could turn this over. This is catalog, Radio Shack catalog number 12-247A. And let's see, what is that? Alert lock, in or out. I have no idea what that is. Maybe one of you guys out there that's a weather radio enthusiast can tell me what the heck that means. I have no idea. I'm going to pause the vlog. My batteries are starting to die. Still waiting for my buddy to get out of his appointment. And I'll talk to you guys when we get to the hospital to see Dad. All right, tubers, so here with Dad. It's the next evening, about 6 o'clock, and he's going to tell you real quick how he's doing.
I'm doing well. I've already done all my PT and stuff, walked around, even without a walker. And I walked the stairs without a walker or cane. Wow. They kind of cleared me to go. But the only reason why I'm not going now is I'm still draining a lot of fluids. I got to wait till the drain's finished. So unfortunately, I stayed on the night, which is kind of tough because they don't let you sleep along. Yeah. They're at you every 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's told me about that. He didn't get much sleep last night.
Yeah, and now it's too hot here too. There's no way to cool the place down. And thank God we put blankets on the heater and may stop it from coming up.
Yeah, and that was my buddy Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
That was his idea, to stick the blanket on there to kind of block the heat, because it is pretty warm in here.
It is.
I could see you're sweating, but I wanted everybody to know that you were doing okay. Everybody's asking about you. Everybody's been praying. So you're going to come home, what, tomorrow morning maybe?
Tomorrow morning probably. And I had a lot of work done. I fused 5 vertebrae. That was a whole lot of work with rods and screws. major job. I got it, it's over with, and now it's just a matter of time to get better.
That's it, just a matter of the recovery process.
That's it.
All right, everybody, so I will talk to you guys when I get back home, and you'll probably see Dad in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
All right, tubers, back home, it's 8:30, and I am very tired, so I'm ending the vlog here. Hope you guys enjoyed it today. Now you all know Dad's doing well. Please continue to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.